Hey folks, welcome back to Wild West Barbecue. It's finally cold enough in Kansas City to smoke some cheese. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get to it. For this cook, I'm going to be using my 22.5-inch Weber Smoky Mountain, simply because it's the biggest one I've got and it gives me the most vertical room between where the fire's at and where the cheese is at, so hopefully the cheese won't melt. I'm also using something new for me today. I'm going to go ahead and use a smoker tube, which is just a tube. You fill it up with pellets, and you've all seen pellets. They're just processed wood pellets is all they are. You just fill that thing up with pellets up to about 1 inch from the top. Light it with a butane torch. Let it burn for about 10 minutes, and then you're good to go with what would hopefully be cold smoke. Now this is my first time using one of these, so I'm going to be monitoring the temperature in here very closely with a probe at the grate. I don't want it getting too hot because I don't want the cheese melting, but that's what probes are for. So we'll definitely monitor it very closely, but from everything I've read, these things are great for cold smoking, which is why I want to use one today. In the past, I lit like 5 briquettes and put a block of wood on top. That lasts for 1.5 hours or 2 hours for it to relight 5 more briquettes, but it keeps the temperature low. Apparently this thing is good for about 4 hours of smoking, which is what I'm shooting for the cheese today. So we're going to go ahead and get this started up, and then we'll get my cheese ready. All right, I got my smoker tube filled up about 1 inch from the top. I'm going to go ahead and get it lit, just using a simple butane torch. Apparently my torch does not want to stay lit. Go figure. All right, and that flame here is what we're looking for to get this flaming up. So we're gonna put it down here, and in about 10 minutes, we're supposed to come out and blow this out. It'll be good to smoke for about 4 hours. So while we're waiting for our pellets to start, I got my cheeses set up on here. I've got a block of pepper jack, cheddar, mozzarella, Monterey Jack, and 2 of Colby Jack. If I didn't mention it before, I'm using cherry pellets. So we're close to getting the smoker assembled. It's been almost 10 minutes. I'll bring you guys on back for that. All right, it's been 10 minutes. We'll make sure this is blown out. Okay, that flame is out. So we are good to start smoking. I'll go ahead and throw this thing together and we'll see how it goes. Okay, the smoke's done. We got the finished cheese here. It's cut quite a bit darker in color than before, which you'd expect. I was very impressed with the smoke tube. That put out a lot of smoke, and it never got above 75 degrees in the smoker, so it kept it nice and low. Definitely something I'll be using again when I smoke cheese. Overall, I kept it in the smoker about 5 hours. I think the smoke probably quit in the 4 to 4.5 hour mark. I was using temperature to gauge it, and the temperature started falling around the 4 to 4.5 hour mark when I think the pellets finally were dying out. But overall, I'm impressed with the way this came out, so we're going to go ahead and give this a quick taste. I'm not sure what to expect with this. I know sometimes when you put a lot of smoke on cheese, it needs to mellow for a couple weeks before you're really able to eat it. I personally never experienced that, but I've never put this much smoke on cheese before. So we're going to go ahead and try some of our Kojak and see what it's like. The smoke's there, but it doesn't need to mellow. You can tell it's been smoked, but it's not overpowering. I've read about how sometimes it's like eating an ashtray. That's not the case here. It tastes good, and I intended to use this for Thanksgiving appetizer, finger food kind of stuff, which will definitely be able to be done, which is good. So overall, the smoke tube worked out really well. I really like that piece of equipment and something I'll use again in the future. So if you're on the fence about smoking cheese, definitely give it a try. And the smoke tube is a very, very easy way to keep your temperatures low. So go ahead and look that up as well. So if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button, and please subscribe to my channel. That helps new viewers find content. Until next time, guys.